From the earliest days of human civilization, magic has been an enduring force that has shaped our beliefs, practices, and culture. Across every ancient civilization, enchanted objects, amulets, and talismans were thought to possess the power to influence the physical world and the unseen forces that governed life. These mystical objects were more than just relics of the past. They were tools of protection, power, and transformation, key elements in humanity's ongoing quest for understanding and control over the mysteries of life, death, and the unknown. In this exploration, we will journey through the ancient world, unveiling the stories behind powerful talismans, amulets, and the spells that accompanied them. From the mythological tales of the Seal of Solomon to the enigmatic rituals of the Greeks and Babylonians, each artifact and incantation reflects a deep human desire to transcend the limitations of the human condition. The origins of talismanic belief. Early humans and the power of objects. The earliest evidence of belief in enchanted objects can be traced back to the Stone Age. Prehistoric humans, faced with dangers from the natural world and the unknown, began crafting simple talismans. These early charms were often made from bone, stone, and wood, and were believed to offer protection against predators, illness, or bad luck. One of the most fascinating examples of ancient talismans are the Venus figurines. These small, often exaggerated depictions of women, dating back to around 30,000 years ago, are thought to have symbolized fertility, abundance, and life. Some archaeologists believe these figurines were used in fertility rituals, while others suggest they may have served as early talismans to ensure a bountiful harvest or a successful pregnancy. Their symbolic power transcended the physical, connecting the material world with the divine forces they believed governed it. Cultural context and early rituals. As human societies evolved, so too did their use of enchanted objects. In ancient Mesopotamia, one of the earliest cradles of civilization, amulets were inscribed with sacred symbols and cuneiform prayers. These objects were not only worn for protection, but were also placed within homes or buried with the dead to ensure safe passage to the afterlife. The people of Mesopotamia believed that these objects could protect them from spirits, disease, and misfortune. Similarly, ancient Egyptians believed in the magical properties of objects, especially in relation to death and the afterlife. One of the most famous examples is the scarab beetle. Representing rebirth and resurrection, scarabs were often placed in the tombs of the deceased, intended to protect their souls and ensure safe passage to the afterlife. The scarab's magical significance was so deeply embedded in Egyptian culture that it was used by the living as an amulet for good fortune and protection. Perhaps one of the most famous talismans in history is the Seal of Solomon, a ring said to have been given to King Solomon by divine beings. This powerful ring was believed to grant its bearer the ability to command spirits, control nature, and perform miraculous feats. In medieval and later Jewish folklore, it is said that Solomon used the ring to summon genies, forcing them to help him build the Temple of Solomon in Jerusalem. The seal's ability to control spirits made it one of the most sought-after magical artifacts, and it became a symbol of supreme power. The Seal of Solomon's story continued to evolve as it spread through various cultures. In the Islamic world, the ring was said to grant Solomon dominion over demons and jinn, making it an object of immense mystical significance. Its enduring legacy highlights humanity's desire to wield power over forces beyond their control. In ancient Egypt, the Eye of Horus became one of the most iconic symbols of magic and protection. The symbol represents the eye of the god Horus, who lost his eye during a battle with his uncle Set. However, Horus's eye was later restored by the god Thoth, and from that moment, the Eye of Horus became a symbol of healing, renewal, and invincibility. The Eye of Horus was commonly worn as an amulet, and it was believed to offer protection against evil forces, illness, and harm. Its association with Horus, the god of kingship and protection, made it a powerful symbol, one that was invoked for both physical and spiritual healing. The Eye of Horus remains a symbol of strength and protection to this day, influencing modern designs and beliefs. In Norse mythology, runes were not merely letters, they were symbols of immense magical power. According to legend, the god Odin sacrificed himself on the world tree, Yggdrasil to gain the knowledge of the runes. These symbols were believed to hold the key to controlling fate, summoning protection, and ensuring victory in battle. The runes were carved into weapons, shields, and even gravestones, believed to imbue these objects with divine power. Viking warriors, for example, would often inscribe runes on their swords and shields before battle, hoping that the magic would protect them from harm and grant them victory. The belief in the power of runes highlights the importance of symbols and written language in the mystical traditions of ancient cultures. The Greek magical papyri is a collection of ancient texts from Egypt and Greece, offering detailed instructions for casting spells and performing rituals. These texts include magical formulas for a variety of purposes, from invoking gods and spirits to summoning love or wealth. They offer a window into the magical practices of the ancient world, where spells were often seen as a means to change fate and influence the world. One of the most famous spells in the Greek, magical papyri, involves the creation of a love charm. The ritual required specific ingredients, including hair, herbs, and a carefully crafted incantation, to compel someone to fall in love with the spellcaster. This spell highlights the importance of intention and ritual in the practice of magic, where the caster's will was believed to shape the outcome of the spell. In ancient Babylon, priests and magicians performed elaborate rituals to influence the gods and spirits. These rituals were often complex and involved offerings, chants, and symbolic actions. Cuneiform tablets from this period contain detailed instructions for invoking gods, curing illnesses, and warding off evil spirits. One such ritual, known as the Maklu ritual, was an anti-witchcraft ceremony that involved fire, sacrifices, and invocations designed to neutralize evil forces. This ritual was a prime example of how magic was used as a means of protection and purification in Babylonian society. While the practices of ancient magic may have faded from mainstream society, many of the traditions continue to influence modern culture. For example, the evil eye amulet, which was used in ancient Greece and Rome for protection against jealousy and malicious intent, is still worn today in many Mediterranean and Middle Eastern countries. Similarly, the practice of astrology, which originated in ancient Babylon, remains popular worldwide, with millions of people consulting their horoscopes to guide their decisions. These surviving traditions show that, despite advances in science and technology, humanity's belief in the supernatural and the power of enchanted objects and rituals continues to thrive. Enchanted objects and spells have been a part of human history for millennia, shaping our cultures, religions, and beliefs. Whether through talismans that promised protection, spells that sought to influence fate, or rituals that called upon the gods, these magical practices reflect our ongoing desire to control the forces that shape our lives. As we look back at these ancient traditions, we are reminded of the universal human quest for understanding and mastery over the unknown. Magic in its many forms continues to captivate us, offering a glimpse into a world where the boundaries between the physical and spiritual are blurred, and where the mysteries of the universe await discovery.